Okay, this job is kind of dumb, ironically, because it's all about math. Nerd magic, aka calculator, aka arithmetics. You can cast magic spells at any range regardless of where you are. You can hit all enemies or all players on the field depending on your selection. And also, depending on the build, difficulty, and setup, you can wipe out the entire field while keeping your party entirely alive, especially if you have mana shields or chameleon robes. This class in Final Fantasy Tactics has a pretty long grind to unlock, and it's not a very good primary job. You mostly want to run it as a secondary because they are incredibly slow when selected as the main job. At first, I did try this out on Ramza, and it was a lot of fun, but I genuinely prefer Ramza as the monk or physical damage dealer instead. But the way magic is casted with arithmetics, I promise you, while it does require math and it can appear to be overwhelming, there is absolutely a very easy way to just turn off your brain and use this however you want. So you can select variables as either the charge time, which is the CT bar for enemy and players. You can also choose player or enemy levels or enemy and player experience points and elevation. Then you need to select a trigger value number. This can be a multiple of 5, 4, 3, or a prime number. So in one example, we can target all targets based on their levels. So let's say if an enemy is level 18, a multiple of 5 would mean they are not going to be targeted because the number 5 does not go into 18 equally. Neither does the number 4, and 18 is not a prime number. But the number 3 works here because 3 times 6 equals 18. Now, if an enemy is level 19, 3, 4, and 5 would not work there. But since 19 is a prime number, that one would work. But let's be real, you rarely will be using the level-based arithmetic. The one that lands the most in my experience is the CT or charge time one. And with my setup, I'm going to show you guys here. We can let it also hit our teammates, and it's not a problem if you have the right equipment. CT or charge time is the yellow bar every enemy and teammate has. You can overlook the entire field, see what the CT is at. If it's at 100, that's a multiple of 5. And generally, this will be the easiest one to use on arithmetics. With Arithmetician, you want to buy out all the abilities, which will cost exactly 2,550 JP points for this class. Doing this will make it so that you always have an option to be able to cast something. Even if you don't hit the full team, you can hit at least just one enemy, which is great because it's a free cast of magic costing no MP, and it goes an unlimited amount of range. I don't always do the math myself. I click through all the options one by one to see which one lets me target the most enemies on the field. In most matches, CT multiple of 3 or 4 will target the whole field, including your team. But a great setup to have for early game, if you're trying to run this in chapter 2 or 3, is the reaction ability Mana Shield, which is from the Time Mage job. This will make it so that anytime you take damage, instead of draining your health, it will drain your MP. Even if you only have 1 MP. It's going to target your MP first, which is pretty great. And this will activate more often if your teammate has a high bravery stat, because the higher the bravery, the more often this reaction ability will activate. From the Black Mage job, I like to use Magic Boost. This will increase the damage being dealt, but it's also very important if you're on Tactician difficulty. You're really going to want this because they nerf your damage a lot in that mode. Mana Font is a movement ability you can get from the Mystic job. It's a great one because every time you move, you're going to gain MP. And your Nerd Magician will be in the backline always since their reign is infinite. So after casting something, or if you get hit and your mana shield has to absorb all your mana, it doesn't matter because you could always move to gain back MP and you never cast using MP. Arithmetics uses your spells from your other classes as well, but not every spell is going to be included. Let's look at Black Mage, for example. If you press square over a move on the right, it's actually going to show you that this move is castable with Arithmetics. Unfortunately, Aja spells are not castable with Arithmetics. Everything else here is fine though. In the White Mage class, I like to buy and use Holy for this because at the start of Chapter 3, once we finish up the Lasalia Castle fights, we can actually buy the Chameleon Robe, and this will allow the wearer to absorb Holy as a heal. And now this right here is where the fun begins. We're going to make Rafa the Arithmetician. It took me some time to grind her up here because, I mean, any class to grind towards Arithmetician takes a significant amount of time. So this class is not the end-all be-all. It's just a really funny way to play the game because it's stupid the way it works. You could be 0 MP and still cast deadly magic. You can cast it from any point of the field and hit everybody on the field, all the enemies, whatever. Arithmetician can be broken in that way, not as a main class, as an off class. So we're gonna have her Sky Seer equipped as the main because with Sky Seer equipped, her speed is pretty quick. But not only that, she's able to put on the Chameleon Robe, which we also have on Beowulf. The Chameleon Robe, it actually absorbs Holy. So when we use this to hit the entire field with Holy, our other teammates will be able to block it because their bravery is high and they have mana shields on, which is not as efficient. Like, there's going to be better gear. Let's just be real with that. Chameleon Robe, though, I have it on her and I have it on Beowulf. So both of them will be absorbing that sweet, sweet Holy and not really being too concerned with that. We'll put our regular team out on the field. And just to show you guys what a typical match will go like, what the battle flow will be like. Beowulf is insanely good, guys. He's with those damn stones, the chickens, fearing enemies. Like, it's so crazy. And they know that. That's why they went ahead and they stopped him first. They damn well made sure that they did not waste any opportunities there. So let's get rid of this dude. I wonder if I could just shockwave. They're not on the same floor, though. It'll kill both. Yeah, so Ramza deletes. And next will be her turn. So we'll go into the same thing. This time I'm going to choose a CT, or I'm going to choose a method that actually targets everybody. So this is going to hit all of our team and the enemies over there. And if it hits us or anybody that can absorb it, it'll do 795 healing. So I'm just going to let it play out. Well, actually, I'll speed it up because Holy can be kind of long animation-wise. It's not going to one-shot these guys, but this is insanely clutch when you get to those points in the game where you need that damage to go out there. So it's gonna heal him, heal her. He might be able to block it, and he for sure will because his bravery is really high. And there you go. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. And then you keep her away because it doesn't really matter at what point where exactly she is. And this is still a way to kind of enjoy the game and not absolutely destroy it. You can absolutely make it to the point where this shit just breaks every facet of this game. Our ninja will get to go up next. Ninja is crazy strong, double hitting. Watch this, 235 each hit. Again, tactician. Like, if it wasn't tactician, that would deal 500 damage almost. I think it's her turn next, and then we'll make her cast it again. So see, like, no magic was used. We still have our team is pretty much up, minus Beowulf, who they, in a very smart way, they went ahead and stopped. If they didn't, I would have stoned the shit out of them. Let's go ahead and choose a CT or whatever it is that will cause them to get hit. No. That one's gonna hit. Yeah, it's gonna hit all the right people. So we'll do that. Oh, actually, I missed the goblin. I should have went and found one to hit the goblin, but you'll see. Hit the chocobo. Again, he's gonna heal off of that, and she's gonna heal off of that. So she can really just hang back here and dish out damage in that way. Mustadio, you'll hold off a little bit. What? She gets to go again? Damn, bro, her speed in this. Sky's here. Okay, I didn't know that the speed was that crazy for this class. It's gonna hit Ramza, but that's okay. Because even if it kills a teammate, you obviously know that the 3-turn thing, it's not gonna end the match immediately. You know what would also be really good on Ramza too, but I don't care to change it, is putting like mana front on him. Mana font. So anytime he moves, it'll actually give him back MP. So this way his mana shield can work. And yeah, our faith is a little crazy close. I always thought it was 97 faith you can get to, but that's only on Ramza. It's like Beowulf and other characters, 95, they actually end up leaving the party. Subscribe and hit that notification bell to help raise that 38% even higher so you don't miss out on our Final Fantasy Tactics Platinum movie that we're working on. It'll be coming out very soon. We're almost halfway done with the trophies in this game. And of course, check out our Final Fantasy VII Remake Platinum Trophy movie if you guys haven't yet. Plenty more where that came from. And finally, we actually get some offense going. So in a regular match, we'll be able to do all this stuff with like Ramza, whoever else, right? Her speed is faster than Beowulf's. Damn. So that's pretty good. We'll just go ahead and we'll do the multiple of 4. It might be multiple of 3 in this situation since we did move. Multiple of 5. Yeah, everybody's in there on the multiple of 5. So we'll target everybody. Again, just kind of reiterating to the point where you can kind of just spam this at will. And it's not insanely broken. At least I don't have it built to that point. And on Tactician, you deal way less damage. And it's just not going to steamroll as it would if you were on Knight or like Squire mode. Poor Mustadio. Yeah, and I'll just get her that way. Get you moving up. We won't have Mustadio in the party for too long, like in the end game at least anyways, right? Okay, so now we have this opportunity. This is what makes my boy so broken, man. He is so damn good in the sense that you can just stone anybody, and it's like 100% guarantee on most enemies. It'll be probably like high 90s, high 80s, you know. I think the best one to do is the Chocobo, because this Chocobo can use Asuna. So we'll stone him. Again, Beowulf is really good. Get rid of him. We do have auto pots on, which is funny. And you'll see this is just, it's typically this type of like aggression that you can sort of manipulate and do. And we'll get a little closer just because I want to look at the enemy right in the eyes when I hit them with this. And I'll do this one because it's gonna hit Beowulf and her, who both absorb it regardless. Again, so that could be a really cheap heal in this late game situations. Oh, that wasn't actually enough to kill. That's funny. Whatever that is. Yeah, man, Arithmetician. And again, you can get them even more crazier of a setup. This is just a sample size to kind of give you guys an idea of what you can expect with this class, and is it worth building towards it? I think if it's your first time playing the game, you absolutely can do whatever it is you want. You would be better off kind of just enjoying it and playing it however you want, but it just takes a really long time to build towards it. I mean, look, it's way over here. So in order to get an Arithmetician, you need all of this stuff. You need to have the Chemist up there, the White Mage, Black Mage, Time Mage, and Mystic in order to get to the Arithmetician. So again, that could take a pretty long time. And then not only that, to get the most benefit out of the Arithmetician, you do kind of want to learn all of this, so this way you're not stuck in a position where you can't cast anything. And of course, with a better setup, you'll be able to land Death, and that ultimately will just wipe the entire field. If you're not playing on Tactician mode, if you're playing on like Knight or like the base easy difficulty, this class will blow up everything up, man. Like it can deal up like 400, 500 damage to each enemy, and you're continuing to level up, you're getting better gear, you'll do well into the 700s as you continue to grind that forward. It's just that Tactician significantly reduces how much damage you deal, and just to make the difficulty a little bit harder, which is more of an enjoyable experience for me, because while I do like being crazy overpowered, I don't want to just one-shot everything in every fight. I still want to be able to enjoy the game. Now guys, comment down below. Tactics has been out for about a week now. I want to hear from you guys. What class have you been enjoying the most? Have you already tried out the Arithmetician, or will you be checking them out now that we made this video? And also, very important, if you're a seasoned veteran in tactics and you know a crazy busted build, I want you guys to comment them down below so this way we can check it out. I think that'd be a really cool series to try out builds that you guys like and stuff that might blow our minds, or combinations that people haven't even thought of. I know it's a pretty old game, but there's always something that not everybody has gone for a try. Like for me, I've never tried Arithmetician. As many times as I've played this game, I've always mainly focused on Monk, Ninja, but Arithmetician was one of those classes I never really fucked with like that. But so far, I really enjoy this gameplay. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you are new. More Final Fantasy Tactics videos are on the way and you don't want to miss them. My name is BltzZ, and thanks for watching.